Hello, everybody. Captain Marty Brill here, and glad you joined us for a little fishing report. Got a lot of stuff to talk about as things are firing up all over, but the only problem is the wind is firing up a lot too. Boy, these guys offshore have had some rough weather, but I'll tell you what they're catching and what's happening closer to the beach and in the backcountry when I come back in just a moment.
At Fishing Unlimited on the Nags Head Manio Causeway, not only can you get stocked up with all the bait, tackle, and amenities necessary to fish, but you can also be your own captain. That's right. At Fishing Unlimited, you can rent one of their spacious pontoon boats to go fishing, crabbing, dolphin watching, or just to cruise the Roanoke Sound. It's family fun at its finest. Half-day and full-day rentals are available. Be your own captain at Fishing Unlimited on the Nags Head Manio Causeway.
Ready to enjoy the Outer Banks the way it was meant to be enjoyed? Then you're ready to take the whole family to Jeanette's Pier in Nags Head. Start with a walk on the 1,000-foot-long pier to watch the sunrise or a reel in the catch of the day. Some of the best fishing on the East Coast is right here at Jeanette's Pier. Plus, Jeanette's Pier plays host to various events throughout the year, including professional surfing events. For the best day you'll have on the Outer Banks, go to Jeanette'sPier.net or give us a call at 252-255-1501. Jeanette's Pier, milepost 16.5, Nags Head.
So we start with Hatteras offshore fishing, and let me tell you, they've been earning it down there, but they had a good day yesterday with limits of dolphin or mahi or mahi-mahi or dorado or whatever name you want to call them. These were the bailers. They're the ones you can keep quite a few of, and they're maybe 6 pounds average, something like that. A nice class of bailers. Really, really good eating. You get two nice fillets off each side. The meat is white and delicate and not strong at all. And I'm going to tell you something. If you're on the Outer Banks visiting and you want to try something good in the restaurant, it'll probably be called mahi in the restaurant. It's in the fish book. The biologist will tell you it's the dolphin fish, not the bottlenose dolphin, but the dolphin fish. They're green and yellow in color and crowd pleasers, and I made a career out of doing that in my charter boat days. You get a lot of them in a hurry when you usually find them around something floating, an old log, barnacled up log, or a sheet of plywood, or some kind of debris of any kind. I actually caught over 100 one time around a paper cup that was floating in the water. They love to hang around stuff, and that's normally where you find them. They also had a few blackfin tuna and a very few wahoo down there. Hatteras is the wahoo capital of the world. And over the last few days, they've had a few blue marlin caught and released. So all that's really, really good. Inshore fishing, those guys are focusing on a lot of stuff. They got sheephead and drum. They're catching some of the stuff like that on the wrecks. They got some king mackerel down there too, keeping them busy. As for the Oregon Inlet fleet, as we move around Diamond Shoals and Cape Hatteras and get up north of that, it was kind of the haves and the have-nots, but most everybody had good catches of dolphin or mahi in the Oregon Inlet fleet as well. That's encouraging. There was at least 2 blue marlin caught and released yesterday, as well as several blackfin tuna put in the box. But the really, really good yellowfin tuna fishing, which is the larger of the two species, they've evaporated, at least for the time being. Not unusual, as the Gulf Stream current is a smorgasbord that changes every single day as fish move by us and move north or east by Cape Hatteras. So inshore, they've been catching some false albacore. There's been some drum fishing going on, red drum, big ones in schools that they're coming across every once in a while. A real good bite on bluefish, 2 to 6 pound bluefish. So we'll talk more about that in just a second in the Surf and Pier report. But pretty good. Things are picking up for them. We've already had a few ribbon fish, and some of those guys are doing some bottom fish too for sheephead and sea bass when the season opens. So that's what's going on there. Surf and Pier fishing, it's almost an identical report. There's a mixed drum bite, some big ones, some yearlings. These are red drum I'm talking about. Cape Point, of course, this time of year is the hot spot to go for a big red drum. But the puppy drum, the slot size, where you can keep one, That bite has been pretty good too. And mixed with that, the black drum, and don't turn your nose up because I say black drum. Some people say, they're not as good as a red drum. Well, let me tell you something. Old Alan down at Trade Winds for many, many years in Ocracoke would always tell me a 3 to 5 pound black drum was his favorite eating fish. So a black drum is really, really good. And there's been some hot and cold sea mullet bites, depending on where you're at. They had one in Avon. They've had a couple days where Rodanthe was the hot place. We've seen a few on the piers, but really the sea mullet bite has been better in the surf. So there's a nice mixture of things to catch. That would be puppy drum, sea mullet, black drum, and these bluefish that we're really, really happy to see, especially when they pop up from 2 to 6 pounds. These are not the 1/2 to 1 pound Taylor blues. These are a little bit better quality and a little bit bigger, and when you clean them up fresh, they are really one of my favorites to eat, as they are for most locals on the Outer Banks. So don't stick your nose up about bluefish either. All right, now we're going to talk about backcountry fishing when I come back, so don't go anywhere.
Fishing Ocracoke is the ultimate lifetime dream for a lot of people. Captain Ernest with Gecko Sport Fishing and the Drum Runner can help you achieve that dream to the fullest. Whether you're looking to go offshore for tuna, mahi, and billfish, or inshore for puppy drum, speckled trout, and more, Gecko Sport Fishing and the Drum Runner can go from 2 feet to 2,000 feet of water. Full day, half day, and evening trips are available. Call Captain Ernest at 252-921-0095. Gecko Sport Fishing and the Drum Runner. Make your Ocracoke fishing dream a reality.
In the backcountry, when you can get the wind to lay down just a little bit, it's really a good variety of things right now. It's game on. We started off a little bit slow like we always do. The water's warming up. There's equal parts, 4 things that are biting. Speckled trout and gray trout both are biting. Of course, you know the speckled trout season is closed, but catch and release fishing is good and encouraging. For those that think they were wiped out, they were not wiped out, and there's still a pretty good bite. I know I keep up with Gray Davis and Gray with Hyde Guides. Almost every day is having a good day. Also catches of those same bluefish. It's really encouraging to know that they're in the sound, they're along the beach, and they're around the inlets. And that's hopefully they'll just continue to be increasing in numbers like the good old days. Sheephead. Sheephead fishing, really, really good. We mentioned it off Hatteras on some near-shore wrecks, but back in the sound, any kind of structure you can find is a good place to look for a sheephead. Sheephead are the black and white striped fish. They have teeth like a sheep, which is where they got their name. And they are in the porgy family, but they are fighters. I mean, maybe one of the hardest fighting fish, pound for pound, that you'll ever find. And you really got to have a rod with a good backbone where you can pull them away from whatever structure you're fishing around. You increase your chances if you have some live crabs, oyster crabs, or fiddler crabs. Is not the only way to catch them, but it's a great way of catching them. So that's pretty much the long and short of today's fishing report. As we go into the weekend, we're now solidly in May. We've got billfish tournaments coming up in 2 weeks, and it's just summertime is here right now. So book a boat, get on. Now there are enough charters around. If you don't have a group large enough for a whole charter, you can do a makeup charter now, especially on weekends, where you go into a major marina and they will put you with, they can take 6 people in these boats, and they'll match you up with 5 other people that also don't have enough people for a charter, and you split the cost 6 ways. You split the charter cost, the fish cleaning costs, and generally folks like that split the gratuity as well. And friendships are made for a lifetime like that. And charter captains love makeup charters because historically and for an unknown reason, they are the luckiest charters in the world. Just like Jack Harrington was in 1974 when he got on the Joe Boy on a makeup charter, the smallest boat at Oregon Inlet. He was just one of 6 people. He got on there, and before the day was out, he had caught and landed the world record blue marlin, 1,142-pound blue marlin. If you want to see that fish and hear the story, go to the Oregon Inlet Fishing Center, look in the big glass display case out in the parking lot. You'll see that very fish caught on a makeup charter. So keep that in mind. They're available inshore, nearshore, and offshore charters. And it takes some business. They got to have some people around. That's why they book better on weekends. But it's something you might want to think about. And that's my fishing report for you. I hope you're enjoying this spring weather and tending to your garden. And I hope the good Lord blesses you today.